Herman Scobie. You've never seen him before either?
No, thank heaven.
Mrs. Lambert, I'm very much afraid that you are in a great deal of danger.
Why should I be in any danger?
You're Charles Voss's wife. Now that he's dead, you're their only lead.
Mr. Bartholomew, if you're trying to frighten me, you're doing a first-rate job.
Please do what we ask, Mrs. Lambert. It's your only chance.
Gladly, but I don't know what you want. You haven't told me.
Oh? I haven't? Well, it's the money, Mrs. Lambert. The money. $250,000 Charles Voss received from the auction. Those three men wanted too. They want it very badly.
But that's Charles's money, not theirs.
Oh, Mrs. Lambert, I'd love to see you try and convince them of that. Oh, boy.
But then whose is it? His or theirs?
Ours. Charles Voss stole $250,000 from the United States government. I'm afraid we want it back.
But I don't have it.
That's impossible, Mrs. Lambert. You're the only one who could have it.
Mr. Bartholomew, if I had $250,000, believe me, I'd know it.
Nevertheless, Mrs. Lambert, you've got it.
You mean it's just lying around somewhere? All that cash?
Or a certified check, a safe deposit key, baggage claim. You look for it, Mrs. Lambert. I'm quite sure you'll find it. Look for it. Look just as hard and as fast as you can. You may not have a great deal of time. Those three men know you've got the money just as surely as we do. You won't be safe until the money's in our hands. Is that clear? Now, here's where you ought to call me, day or night. It's a direct line to both my office and my apartment. And please don't tell anyone about coming to see us today. It could prove fatal for them as well as yourself. As I said, Mrs. Lambert, I'm afraid you're in a great deal of danger. I regret very much having to say this, but please remember what happened to your husband.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
Now, didn't you telephone me to meet you on that corner over there?
I'm sorry I heard the children laughing. Do you understand French?
Not a word. I'm still having trouble with English.
The man and the woman are married.
Oh, I can see that. They're batting each other over the head. Who's that with the hat?
That's the policeman. He wants to arrest Judy for killing Punch.
What's she saying now?
That she's innocent. She didn't do it.
Oh, she did it all right.
I believe her.
Well, who was that?
That's Punch, of course.
Punch, of course. I thought he was dead.
He's only pretending to teach her a lesson. Only he is dead, Peter. I saw him. He's not pretending. Somebody threw him off a train. Charles was mixed up in something terrible. What am I going to do?
I wish you'd let me help you. It doesn't sound like the sort of thing a young woman can handle by herself. How about making me vice president in charge of cheering you up?
Starting tonight?
Bonsoir, messieurs, dames. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buonasera, signori, signori. Sit down, Venezi. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
Fun and games. Evidently, we're the floor show. Come on.
What, you and me?
Everyone.
There are two teams, a punch. For every team, there is one orange. Una, you pass the orange to the person behind you, make them out without the use of your hands. Are you ready?
Mrs. Lambert.
Who are you?
Didn't Charles tell you, Mrs. Lambert?
Tell me what?
It doesn't belong to you. You do know that, don't you?
I don't know anything.
Mrs. Lambert. Any morning now, you could wake up dead, Mrs. Lambert.
Leave me alone.
Dead, Mrs. Lambert, like last week's news, like Charles, Mrs. Lambert.
Stop it.
What's the trouble?
He stepped on my foot.
Forgive me.
Wait here. I won't be long.
It was quite unintentional, I'm sure.
Mr. Bartholomew, this is Regina Lambert. Mr. Bartholomew, I just saw one of those men. Mr. Bartholomew, can you hear me?
Howdy.
What do you want?
Now, you must be kidding.
No, I'm not.
Now, come on now, Miss Lambert. You know what it is? You're gonna get it for me, too. You know I ain't fooling around here. No, sirree, Bob.
No, that, please.
Now, don't make too much noise, Miss Lambert.
Oh.
It could get a whole lot worse, you know. Now, it belongs to me, Miss Lambert. And you're gonna get it for me. Or your life ain't gonna be worth the paper it's printed on. Do you say what I'm saying to you?
Stop! Stop! Please stop!
Now, you go home. home and think it over real careful
You're
right now.
insane. You're absolutely insane.
What's the matter? What are you doing in here?
I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Now, hold it. I waited long enough. What happened back there?
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you or not.
What does that mean?
He said if I told anybody, it could prove fatal for them as well as for me.
Who said?
That's what I'm not supposed to say.
Now, stop that nonsense.
Stop bullying me. Everybody's bullying me.
I'm not bullying you.
Yes, you were. You said it was nonsense. Being murdered in cold blood is not nonsense. Why don't you try it sometime? Would you mind seeing me to the door?
Of course not.
It's a good place for making friends.
You said this afternoon your husband was mixed up in something.
How do you shave in there?
What was it?
What was what?
What your husband was mixed up in.
Look, I know it's asking you to stretch your imagination, but don't you think you could pretend just for a moment that I'm a woman?
Now listen, I could already be arrested for transporting a minor above the first floor. Here you are.
Where?
On the street where you live.
How about once more around the park?
How about getting out of here? Come on, child, out.
Won't you come in for a minute?
No, I won't.
I don't bite, you know. Unless it's called for.
How would you like a spanking?
How'd you like a punch in the nose? Stop treating me like a child.
Well, then stop behaving like one. Now, if you want to tell me what's troubling you, fine. If not, I'm tired, it's late, and I want to go home to bed.
Do you know what's wrong with you?
No, what?
Nothing.
Where is it, lady?
I don't know.
I want it. Give it to me. It's mine!
Peter! Peter! A man tried to kill me. Peter, are you all right? Oh, Peter, are you hurt?
I sprained my pride. How are you?
Scared.
You'll be all right. Where did he go?
Out the window, I guess.
Well, lock the door. Don't let anyone in except me. And close these windows after me.
Be careful.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Alistair!
What is it now, Pamela?
It happened again. Another strange man peered in the window at me and then went away.
Bad luck, Pamela. That was a dumb move.
Raymond, man, and then some. If you'd only let us know you was going up to our room, we could have done something to keep him busy. But sneaking off up there that way by yourself. Man, what did you expect him to do? Walk up and shake you by that hand of yours?
A dumb move, Herman, a dumb move.
Yes, it was a dumb move, Herman. What is the matter with you?
You want some more?
Never mind that. Did you get the money?
How could I with the 3 Marx Brothers breathing down my neck? I thought we had an agreement. Now, the girl trusts me. If she's got the money, I'll find out about it. But you just leave me alone.
We took all the chances. The money belongs to us, not to him.
Now, don't be piggy, Herman. A third of nothing is nothing. Just think about that. But make up your mind. She's waiting for me.
I don't see how another 24 hours could hurt anything.
Shoot, no, not after all these years.
Then he gets it out of your share. Not mine. Not mine.
Either one of you got the room next to her?
Yeah, I have. What?
Give me the key. Get yourself another room. I want to use it.
But if you do find that money, you ain't gonna forget to tell your buddies about it, are you?
Don't worry.
Oh, no, I ain't worrying. You see this little fella here? Oh, he worries. And he's even meaner than I am.
Who is it?
It's me, Peter. There was no trace of him. Why don't you confide in me and tell me what this is all about?
There are 3 men. He's one of them. They think I have $250,000 that belongs to them.
Go on.
That's all.
No, it isn't. Where's the money?
I don't know. They killed Charles to get it, but he must not have had it with him on the train.
So they think he left it with you?
But he didn't. I've looked everywhere, and if I don't find it, they're going to kill me.
No, they won't. I won't let them.
Peter, help me. You're the only one I can trust.
I'll help you. I told you I would. Come on.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could faint. And I've gotten your suit all wet.
That's all right. It's a drip dry. Wipe your eyes.
Promise me you'll never lie to me the way Charles did. Why do people have to tell lies?
Usually it's because they want something. They're afraid the truth won't get it for them.
Do you tell lies? Hello?
Mrs. Lambert, it's me. The man who was in your room a few minutes ago.
What do you want?
Who is it?
It's the man you had the fight with.
Is Dial with you?
Who?
The man I had the fight with, lady. Dial. That's his name. What's wrong? Is he still there?
Yes. That's right.
What's he saying?
Don't trust him. Don't tell him anything. He's after the money.
What was all that about?
He said if I don't give him the money, he'll kill me.
Oh, don't take it seriously. He's just trying to frighten you.
I believe what he said.
No, it's just a lot of words.
Words can hurt.
I know. Try to get some sleep. You'll feel better. Don't worry. I've arranged to take the room next door to you. So you'll be all right. If you want anything, just bang on the wall. Better lock the door after me. Good night.
But I am calm, Mr. Bartholomew. What I'm trying to say is that there's someone else.
What?
Someone who wasn't in that photograph you showed me today. He says his name is Peter Joshua, but it isn't. It's Dial. Are you still there, Mr. Bartholomew?
Yes, Miss Lambert. I don't know who this Mr. Dial is, but it's just possible we were wrong about who killed your husband.
You mean he might have? Mr. Bartholomew, I'm catching the next plane out of here. I'm not going to sit around for somebody to make chopped liver out of me.
Now, take it easy, Mrs. Lambert. Take it easy.
Where are you now? Can you meet me at the market?
At Leal?
Yes, opposite San Eustache.
I'll meet you there in 15 minutes.
All right, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Were you followed?
Yes, by Dial, but I lost him. I'm beginning to think women make the best spies.
Agents.
He has a gun, Mr. Bartholomew.
No.
But I saw it.
No, that's not Carson Dial.
Carson?
There's only one Dial connected with this affair, Mrs. Lambert. That's Carson Dial.
You mean you've known about him all along?
It's enough to make you a vegetarian, isn't it?
It's just lucky that I'm not hanging next to one of those things right now. Why didn't you tell me you knew about Dial?
I didn't see any point. Dial's dead.
Mr. Bartholomew, what is all this about?
In 1944, 5 members of the OSS, the Military Espionage Unit, were ordered behind the German lines for the purpose of delivering $250,000 in gold to the French underground. The 5 men were, of course, your husband Charles, the 3 men who showed up at his funeral yesterday, and Carson Dial. Instead of delivering the gold, they stole it.
How?
By burying it, then reporting the Germans had captured it. All they had to do was come back after the war, dig it up, and split it 5 ways. $250,000 with no questions asked.
May I have a cigarette, please? I can't stand those things. It's like drinking coffee through a veil.
Everything went smoothly enough until after the gold was buried. Then before they could get out, they were ambushed by a German patrol. A machine gun separated Scobie from his right hand and caught Carson Dial full in the stomach. What's wrong with that one?
Nothing, I guess. What happened then?